House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer joins us now. Chairman Comer, it's wonderful to have you. Thank you for giving up part of your Saturday to be with us, but I guess you guys are busy all the time in D.C. these last few weeks. So what are we going to get? Are we getting one big, beautiful bill as the president wants, or are your Senate colleagues going to win this and put it on a sort of two-track plan?
Well, let's hope we get one big, beautiful bill. With all due respect to my friends in the Senate, that two-bill approach is the easy route. That first bill is the easy, no-brainer stuff. The second bill that the Senate would then have to come back with is all the tax cuts. And we're talking trillions of dollars of tax cuts, which are going to have to be offset with massive spending cuts that the Senate doesn't really oftentimes have the stomach to do. So I hope we can do it all on one big bill. You're exactly right. The question is, will the House of Representatives, will the Republicans stick together to pass President Trump's agenda? And I think what Jody Arrington has done and what he did getting the instructions passed out of the Budget Committee this week, that is what we need to do. And it was a breakdown. You showed the graph on the screen of the different committees. My Oversight Committee has pledged to cut $50 billion in unnecessary spending. So this is going to be a team effort. And I hope everyone will be together on the team. We've got guys that want to cut more. We've got guys that honestly don't want to cut a penny. But I think that's a fair proposal that we can pass. We should be able to pass. Yep. And Donald Trump sure wants it to be passed because that's his agenda.
And Congressman, you mentioned the House Budget Chair there, your colleague Jody Arrington. He said that this would amount to one of the most consequential pieces of legislation in modern history if it is passed. What does it mean, though? We talk about budget, which track it's on, the one big beautiful bill, the two tracks, the reconciliation, etc. What would it mean to the average American if you get the one big beautiful bill? What difference would they see in their lives immediately?
Well, first of all, they would see more money in their pockets because the one big beautiful bill is going to extend the Trump tax cuts as well as initiate some new tax cuts like no tax on tips. That was one of the big proposals that Donald Trump had that he campaigned on in places like Nevada and all over the United States. That will put more money in their pockets. It reduces government spending, so I think that takes steps to start reducing inflation. One reason we have massive inflation in America now is because Joe Biden and his friends in Congress spent too much money. So I think it'll have a significant impact on the back pockets of every hardworking taxpaying American. In addition, it should restore confidence in America, confidence towards Congress, because Congress continues to spend $2 trillion a year more than it takes in, and that's not sustainable. And every American with common sense knows that. So I think the bill will be the most significant bill to pass out of Congress in a generation. And I sure hope we can stick together and do it because this is President Trump's agenda. He wants one big, beautiful bill. And, we've got the ball rolling on the House side.
Are you worried that it could lead this split in the Republican Party could cause problems within the party down the road, or are you confident the party, wherever this leads, will stay united behind President Trump?
Well, I think that's the key, behind President Trump. Every Republican in our conference, whether they agree or disagree with this budget proposal, knows that Donald Trump is very popular with the majority of their constituents. The American people, despite what the liberal media says, support Elon Musk in his efforts to go in and find improper payments and wasteful spending. That's what America expects Congress to do. And Donald Trump's doing it. So I hope my colleagues in the House remember that when they vote on these bills and they do interviews and things like that, because we've got to get this passed. This is Donald Trump's agenda. This is what he received a mandate to pass, and hopefully we can get it done.
And, Mr. Chairman, I can't let you go without talking about something that absolutely fascinates me. You've just launched your committee, the Task Force on Declassification of Federal Secrets, on the heels of President Trump's order to unveil records on JFK, RFK, Martin Luther King. What are we going to learn from this? I think it's absolutely fascinating.
Well, we're going to push the Trump administration to do what he's ordered. You know, a lot of times a president or a cabinet secretary will order their cabinet to do something, and you've got the bureaucrats that don't always comply. We're going to get his back on this, and we're going to make sure the bureaucrats actually do what President Trump wants done, and that's to release our secrets that America wants to know about. America wants to know about the JFK and the Martin Luther King assassinations. They want to know about September the 11th. They want to know who's on the Epstein files and if our government was involved in a cover-up there. These are things the American people want to know. Donald Trump said he would let us know it, so we've got a task force that's going to follow through. We're going to evaluate everything that's released and try to figure out if there's more that they're sitting on or if there's evidence that's been destroyed. And then we're going to have hearings and talk about it. Anna Paulina Luna is going to lead that effort. And I think it'll be the most interesting thing that Congress does, because every American's curious about what we call federal secrets that our government has kept from us, UFOs, things like that. You know, I don't know what the answer to those questions are, but I'm curious, and I know people in Kentucky are curious. So hopefully this will be an interesting task force that will answer a lot of questions that Americans have.
For sure. I can't think of anything that is more interesting to so many Americans than the secrets that could be revealed here. House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer, wonderful to have you. Thank you so much for spending part of your Saturday with us, sir.